Closer in Time.
In an earlier installment of Closer in Time, Ringo Starr's 2025 release of his 21st solo album, Look Up. Ringo Starr was born Richard Starkey on July 7, 1940 at 9 Madron Street in the Dingle, a cramped working-class district of Liverpool. His childhood was dominated by illness. At 6, he suffered appendicitis and peritonitis, spent a year in hospital, and fell badly behind at school. And in 1953, tuberculosis sent him to a sanatorium for 2 more years, away from classmates and the tight brick streets he knew. Through all of this, his mother scraped by on barmaid's wages, visiting obsessively and wrapping her frail son in a fierce, overprotective devotion that made him the center of her life. In the sanatorium, where staff formed a small hospital band to break the monotony, a teacher put a makeshift drumstick in his hand, and as he began tapping bedside cabinets, Ringo discovered that rhythm was the one thing his weak body could still do with joy. No one could have imagined that this frail youngster hammering beats with a cotton bobbin mallet on a bedside cabinet would, within 1 decade, become one of history's most famous musicians. Sheffield Football Club took shape in industrial Sheffield in October 1857 when solicitor Nathaniel Creswick and wine merchant William Prest, cricketing colleagues seeking a winter game, formalized their casual kickabouts into a dedicated club at Parkfield House. Recognized by FIFA as the world's oldest continuously operating club playing association football, Sheffield FC initially played to its own Sheffield rules, a codified law book that helped introduce and systemize throw-ins, corners, free kicks, crossbars, and bans on hacking, innovations later absorbed into the FA's laws. Some rival claimants contest Sheffield's crown. Cambridge University AFC, which traces its origins to 1856, Worksop Town from 1861, and Notts County, often cited instead as the oldest professional club, depending on how one defines club. But Sheffield's uninterrupted life and rule-making legacy keep it first in most historians' eyes. Until the mid-19th century, elevators were dangerous hoists in mines and factories, trusted most only for coal and cargo. On March 23, 1857, at 488 Broadway in New York City, that changed. The E.V. Howitt department store opened with Elisha Graves Otis's new passenger safety elevator, a steam-powered lift running inside a 5-story iron emporium. Just 3 years earlier, Otis had stunned crowds at the New York Crystal Palace by cutting the hoisting rope and letting his automatic brake catch the falling platform, proving that a broken cable need not spell tragedy. This unobtrusive commercial installation, slow, noisy, and utterly novel, made upper floors truly usable and helped unlock the age of the skyscraper. In the 1850s, some 50 years before radio, the Collins Line sidewheel steamer Pacific was one of the fastest ships on the Atlantic, a record-setting mail packet racing between Liverpool and New York. On January 23, 1856, practically walking distance from where Ringo Starr would later be born, she left Liverpool with nearly 200 passengers and crew and then simply vanished, never reaching New York and leaving no confirmed wreckage behind. About 5 years later, a bottle reportedly washed ashore in the Hebrides, containing a brief, chilling note with the lines, quote, "On board the Pacific from Liverpool to NY, ship going down, confusion on board, icebergs around us on every side. I know I cannot escape." Close quote. Whether authentic or not, it remains the closest thing we have to a last word from the SS Pacific. Ringo Starr's birth is closer in time to the founding of Sheffield, the oldest continuously operating football club going forward, than it is to the release of his album Look Up by 662 days. And Ringo Starr's birth is closer in time to the installation of the first modern elevator designed by Elisha Otis to safely go up than it is to the release of his album Look Up by 447 days. And lastly, Ringo Starr's birth is closer in time to the SS Pacific's final departure before going down than it is to the release of his album Look Up by 22 days. Whoever wrote this last part is fired.